Hey, shalom, shalom, everyone. Rabbi Yehuda here, just kind of doing some thinking. And one thing that I've thought about quite often in my life is just the power and the resiliency of God's creation, of nature. I mean, one thing that sticks with me, that affects me every time I think about it, that inspires me is, have you ever been walking down the street or walking into a parking lot or a vacant lot or a driveway, and there's cracks in the asphalt, and wouldn't you know it, there's like blades of grass coming up through that. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, if we fell down on that asphalt or concrete with no helmet or protection on, we'd bust our head wide open and kill ourselves. But yet this blade of grass that I can just tear with my fingers, that I could just pluck up out of the ground, that animals chew and eat up for food. This little blade of grass is strong and powerful enough and resilient enough that if you walk on it, it'll pop back up. That there's asphalt laid over top of the grass seed, and slowly, patiently, ever so slowly, little by little, bit by bit, that seed will sprout, and it'll just continue to push that asphalt up until the asphalt breaks under the pressure of the strength of that blade of grass coming up through the cracks. It just totally amazes me. I mean, who would ever have thought it? I mean, you look at it, and without researching it or thinking about it, you'd almost think that it defies logic, that it defies science. It's so amazing. Just thinking about this, eruption of the volcano in Iceland, that talcum powder size pieces of dust, clouds of dust from this volcano, is grounding great and mighty Boeing 747s, grounding airplanes. Because if that volcanic dust gets sucked into the engine, it could melt into glass and damage the parts in the engine, and just a cloud of dust made up of fine volcanic material as talcum powder can bring down a jetliner. I think of just one drop of water. One drop of water maybe isn't much. But you tell that to somebody who's undergoing Chinese water torture. Just one drop at a time can wear away at somebody's psyche, can wear away at somebody's, body. And, just one drop of water, one raindrop, it's a little bit annoying. It isn't much. But yet you put a whole bunch of those drops of water together and you create a flood. Even cars can't drive through it. Nobody could wade through powerful floodwaters. You get swept away and you get swept under the current, and water can kill you. I mean, it's just amazing. No matter how hard we humans try to put our minds together and devise ways to protect ourselves from floods and tornadoes and fires, and we have some success, but more often than not, God's creation, what some people call Mother Nature, gets the upper hand. I mean, you see brick homes in metal structures that are just twisted and warped and blown away. It looked like a bomb detonated when it comes, through a hurricane or a tornado. I mean, it's just amazing. And we could learn a lot through nature. And I think God has given us lesson plans and has given us physical object lessons through nature. That's one reason why the Native Americans are so wise in a lot of their philosophy and teachings, because they take lessons from the animal kingdom, from nature. Solomon himself refers to nature and extrapolates lessons from nature all throughout the book of Proverbs. And I want you to focus on that blade of grass. This world may be cold, this world may be hard, this world may be pressing upon you like asphalt covering the ground where seeds of grass lie. But if you're that little blade of grass, or that little grass seed, you can become a mighty blade of grass. You can have the resiliency of a blade of grass. You can have the strength of a blade of grass that demolishes and splits apart asphalt. And just pray that God makes you like a blade of grass, that when you get stepped on and walked on, that you will be resilient and just pop back up. That whenever life just plows you over and mows you over through development and through pressures and obstacles, and it just a hard, black, stony coat of asphalt is laid upon you. That you will not give up and give in, you will not wither up and die. But you will be that little grass seed, and you will just slowly just push, inch by inch, little by little, bit by bit, baby steps. That you will gain ground and not retreat. And you will gain ground just little by little. And looking at your progress, it may not seem much, and it may seem like it'll take forever. But we can't always gauge our own progress very well. It always takes somebody from the outside looking and say, "Man, you've grown. Man, you've advanced." I mean, we look at our children and they grow up before our eyes, but it takes a relative that hasn't seen them in a long time to say, "My goodness, you've grown like a weed." And we look and we're like, "Yeah, they are getting older. They are growing up." And then it's hard to remember when they were a little baby without pictures or videos. But if you're that blade of grass, and little by little, whatever pressure, whatever hardship is in your life, pretty soon you're going to burst through that asphalt of your life. And you're going to be that glorious blade of grass that breaks through the asphalt and concrete. You will be victorious, and you will see the light of day. Hopefully this word has encouraged you. Thanks for watching. Shalom and Shavua Tov Mishpocha. Bye-bye.